Good evening. Stefan is away tonight. And springtime in the capital is officially here, and it's off to a snowy start. And more snow could be on the way this weekend. Ottawa started the new season with a fresh 6-centimeter blanket of the white stuff. And it's not just the snow that's helping it make feel like it's still winter. The wind chill made it feel like it was -11 today. And as CTV's Josh Moreno found out, some residents are definitely over the long winter season.
The first day of spring is here.
Is it really?
But for Monica Young, it doesn't feel or look like it. Bundled up with her daughters at the log farm, trudging through a fresh blanket of snow.
It was like 15 degrees and sunny. We all went to the park, and then the next day it was like freezing rain, and here we are.
Another dump of snow in the capital on Friday, leaving many wondering when or if the snow will ever leave.
Today's the first day of spring. Okay, this does not look like the first day of spring.
It's absolute horrible weather. Terrible. I wish I was in Bahamas right now.
It's been a long run, stretching back to early November when the first snowfall of the season took over an Atletico Ottawa match, turning the pitch into a winter scene.
Things started turning cold in November, and they've been cold in November, December, January, February, and my gosh, even March. 5 months in a row with colder than normal. Even for Ottawa residents, that's tough to take.
And on the first day of spring last year, it was a much different scene. No snow, with a high of 16 degrees. Residents hoping that weather arrives soon.
We want to start running outside again, walking, being healthy again. Winter, man, that depression comes with it.
It's a bit disheartening sometimes, but I know spring is just around the corner.
Josh Moreno, CTV News.
Yeah, spring is just around the corner indeed. And get this, in Vancouver, there was no snow all winter long for the first time in 43 years. Far cry from what was happening here in the Ottawa area. We'll take a live look now through our Centennial Glass Sky camera. Seeing at -2 degrees here in Ottawa. Let's check in with CTV's Jackie Paris for a look at your first check on the forecast. Jackie.
Our mainly cloudy skies is what we're going to see for overnight going into tomorrow morning for our Saturday. And the good news is we're going to get a little bit of a reprieve from the snow. We are anticipating milder conditions and maybe a little bit of sunshine for Saturday afternoon, but snow will be making its return by the evening. For overnight lows, about -5, kicking things off tomorrow morning at -9 degrees. We are warming up, though, to about 5 degrees, but this won't happen until later, 6 o'clock in the evening. Now we'll get a closer look at when the snow is arriving and how much we're getting in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Jackie. There was a spike of bus cancellations in the city last week as hundreds of replacement R1 buses were needed when the LRT Line 1 went down following a big dose of freezing rain. According to OC Transpo, there were nearly 2,000 undelivered trips between March 8th and 14th. That's the most cancellations since early February when there was a snowstorm as well. Nearly 500 of the canceled trips were a result of R1 bus service. Replacement buses were running from Wednesday to Saturday last week after multiple overhead wires snapped on the LRT during that freezing rainstorm. OC Transpo has previously said it does not expect bus service cancellations to significantly improve until the spring. And though today is the first day of the season, winter-like weather is expected to grip the capital region right throughout the weekend. Well, if you're planning a trip behind the wheel or listening to us on 580 CFRA right now, you may want to fill up before it's too late. Gas prices, they're expected to jump again tonight. According to Affordable Energy President Dan McTagg, gas prices could rise by another 2 cents on Saturday and by 6 cents on Sunday. He said it would be the highest prices we've seen in nearly 2 years. Some Ontario patients will continue to pay out of pocket for appointments with nurse practitioners because the province is poised to miss a federal deadline to get funding. Ontario Health Minister Sylvia Jones originally pushed the federal government to close what she described as a loophole in the Canada Health Act. It allowed some nurse practitioner clinics to charge patients fees for primary care. The federal government has since declared that nurse practitioner services are equivalent to what doctors provide. Provinces will begin incurring penalties for non-compliance next year. The Ontario government wants to put a lid on soaring resale ticket prices for concerts and sporting events. The plan is to cap the price at face value, and it's a lesson learned from Taylor Swift frenzy combined with concern about what's coming for the World Cup. CTV's Natalie Van Roy explains.
When I see those ticket prices, I definitely get terrified.
Manaski Sharma can't wait to see Bruno Mars in Toronto. She bought tickets on the resale market. Not as expensive as Taylor Swift, but still more expensive than she'd like.
I was checking, original price tickets were hovering around about $150. We paid close to $300 per ticket. So I mean, it's not terrible.
After demand and prices for Taylor Swift tickets last year went through the roof, the Ford government wants to outlaw the resale of tickets for more than their original value. That would apply to individuals and resale giants.
So it's not a profit-making measure anymore. If things happen, you can't go to the concert, you can't go to the game last minute, you can throw it up on the reseller site, but you will recoup your costs. This will not be something you can gouge somebody on the secondary market for any longer.
But there are already some critics who say a law like this will drive resales to an illegal market.
Amazing idea if you live in a fantasy world. Absolutely horrible idea and unapproachable in the real world. All it's going to do is make people very, very angry. It's going to turn the scalping system underground and on social media where you really won't have that much protection there.
Last fall, the Blue Jays World Series tickets, the cheapest, standing room only, sold for close to $2,000 apiece. And the FIFA World Cup games in Toronto are around the corner. 7 years ago, the Ford government reversed the ticket resale plan drawn by the Liberal government, saying at the time it was unenforceable.
And now 8 years later, Doug Ford's coming in and saying, I'm the white knight. I'm saving all of you, right? So, pardon me if I don't do a cartwheel.
Sharma is hoping this goes through. It's money she can spend on other parts of the experience.
That difference I could definitely spend somewhere else, like, you know, in hotel or renting a car.
Natalie Van Roy, CTV News.
Soft soil conditions are adding another $10 million to the price tag of the new Ottawa Police Station in Barrhaven. The facility is being built on Prince of Wales Drive near Strandherd. Last May, police announced the opening would be delayed until 2027 because of issues related to the soil at the site, which were not discovered until construction. Police say the issues have been resolved. The total expected cost is now more than $187 million. And yesterday during CTV News at 5 and 6, we reported that Barrhaven residents living near the new Amazon build noticed a partial dismantling at their construction site. CTV News did ask the company if soil was an issue for them as well. The statement we received did not answer that question. However, Amazon says the new warehouse will still be built. The dismantling being observed has nothing to do with Amazon's commitment to complete its new building in the Ottawa suburb, though. The construction site is about a 6-minute drive from the new Ottawa Police Station that's currently under construction. And Ottawa Police are looking to expand the use of body-worn cameras following a pilot project launched last year. And as CTV's Caitlin Wilson reports, the service is pointing to real-life cases where the technology is already making a difference.
An elderly woman found alone in the cold. She's asking for help, but police can't understand her until...
Automatic detection enabled. I came from Beijing, China, and I don't know anything here. I'm confused. I'm over 80 years old and alone.
The moment captured on an officer's body-worn camera equipped with real-time translation. And police say it's changing how they respond in situations like this.
In the past, that situation would take a lot longer to resolve. And then after the fact, the officer was able to generate a report using the AI tools in a fraction of the time.
It's part of a pilot project launched last year following recommendations from a public inquest into the death of Abdi Rahman Abdi in 2016. Police say the cameras save time, improve accountability, and can cut down on time spent in court.
Your best evidence is always video evidence, and I think that that's going to eliminate a lot of these cases that drag out through the court system.
The union has been calling for body-worn cameras for years and is urging other levels of government to help cover the cost of expanding the program. The service wants to add 850 more cameras to equip all frontline officers by 2027 at a cost of $30 million.
The officers love it. Really, they're actually saying, when can we get one? They want this. They know it's going to protect themselves. They're going to protect the community.
The plan still needs approval from the Police Services Board, but on this call,
I'm going to bring you to your retirement home, okay?
好的，女士，我会带您去养老院，好吗？
the cameras made all the difference. Caitlin Wilson, CTV News.
With their sights on the playoffs, the Ottawa 67s have a couple of games remaining in the regular season, and tonight they're on the road taking on the Oshawa Generals.
And look out, here's a steal. Jasper Kuda in alone, short-handed, scores!
Jasper Kuda with the steal and the breakaway in the dying seconds of the second. Again, a short-handed goal to tie it at 2. Then later in the third, the Barber Poles, they come close to sending this game to overtime, but the Generals, they will hang on for the 4-3 win. The 67s close out the regular season at home. That's against the Kingston Frontenacs tomorrow afternoon at TD Place Arena.
People are buying things ready-made, they're buying things online, and the custom framing industry is shrinking.
Well, coming up, it's closing time for a well-known framing company here in Ottawa. We'll take a walk down memory lane after 5 decades in business. Well, heads up to drivers in Ottawa and Eastern Ontario. You may see military vehicles on several highways in the region this weekend and next weekend. Canadian Army Reserve members will be traveling to Garrison Petawawa for military training exercises. They'll be driving along Highway 17, the 416, and the 417. All right, well, now check over with Jackie Parrish. She's standing by with an extended look at your forecast. Jackie.
Well, a closer look at our overnight temperatures, getting down to about -6. So we are still sitting slightly below seasonal, but it is getting closer to the freezing mark. Mainly cloudy skies is what we are anticipating for our overnight. We are looking forward to that sunshine. We will likely get in the afternoon. Daytime high about 5 degrees, but it will be short-lived because we are anticipating, again, more snow for Saturday overnight. More on that in just a bit. Tonight's lows across Eastern Ontario around -5, -7 degrees. Mainly cloudy skies for pretty much all of the region. It is tomorrow, though, that the daytime highs, well, we will see temperatures around 3 or 4 degrees, and it could even warm up to about 5, 6 degrees when you factor in that sunshine. It will be, as I mentioned, short-lived. This is the snow that is moving in towards Eastern Ontario. It could start as early as 7 p.m. tomorrow, moving in through the valley and as well as parts of Ottawa, Smiths Falls, especially around Kingston and Brockville, where we could see periods of heavier snow moving through. It could reduce visibility as well. This is going to take place and carry on throughout the overnight hours. May even see a little bit of some rain moving through, depending on how warm we get for tomorrow evening. It will clear out by the noon hours. The rest of our Sunday will be mainly sunny skies. Now, as we look towards the next 7 days, for temperatures, 2 degrees for Sunday is the daytime high. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we are hovering around the freezing mark, but it will linger with a chance of flurries. It won't be until Friday that we could see the return of some sunshine.
Well, thank you again, Jackie. Well, one of Ottawa's custom framing shops is packing it up for good. After almost 50 years in business, the owner of Malen Framing is getting ready to dedicate more time to family. CTV's Camille Wilson has more.
But when you compare it to the square frame, big difference.
After almost 5 decades, Gaston Malen Framing is ready to close his doors.
That's something that we have always, that's been part of our thinking, is whatever we touch will go to the next generation. Much of what we do is not done for temporary, it's done for long term. We started out...
Malen Framing started his business as a lamp shop in 1978. Local artists featured their work there. A year after, the framing shop opened for good. 5 decades later, the framing industry is much smaller.
We had started doing custom framing, and then our whole industry started growing with custom framing. People are buying things ready-made, they're buying things online.
All those years in business means he also built up a loyal customer base.
Gaston's been here for over 45 years, and I've been in the neighborhood for pretty darn all of that time. And I think almost every painting in my house has been framed by this gentleman.
And loyal employees, too, like Rafman Nazarali, who has been working there for 36 years, creating and hanging custom frames throughout Ontario.
I've been in the university places, all the universities. I've been in the Deputy Prime Minister office. the Lord Elgin Hotel. I've been to the Indian Embassy, Saudi Embassy, on Parliament Hill, 24 Sussex. And hang some pictures for one of the ministers.
The specialty at Malen's store, framing and laminating of family photos, wedding photos, paintings, and collectibles. Prices ranging from $150 to a couple thousands of dollars. Now, after 48 years, Gaston Malen Framing says it's time.
Very, very sad. And very, very sad in large part because it's very fun to work here. And everybody who comes in here has something they like and something they leave with liking more.
Malen Framing closes March 30th. Camille Wilson, CTV News.
What we have here is an AI that, in my opinion, is neither artificial nor intelligent.
All right, still to come, Quebec clinics are changing their appointment system, how that province is prescribing with AI, but doctors say it's already proving to be glitchy.
Every year, an average of 500 children and youth are in cancer treatment at CHEO. Join CTV and Move 100 as we support oncology patients and their families at CHEO by participating in the CN Cycle for CHEO on Sunday, May 3rd. The routes start and finish at the Canadian War Museum with a 15, 35, 70K CN Century Ride, 2 and 5K walk. Get active with a group of friends, family, or a team of colleagues. For more information, visit cncycle.ca.
Riders may be able to drink alcohol on more pedal pubs like this in Ottawa this summer. Last July, the Ontario government changed the law to allow alcohol to be sold and consumed on pedal pubs, but municipalities had to pass a bylaw. City staff are now recommending councillors to do this. There is only one pedal pub operating in Ottawa right now, and it's called the Thirsty Peddler. A group of Canadian doctors have turned into stethoscope storytellers, and they're busting health myths on social media.
I have never felt better after this juice detox, and I even lost 10 pounds. What you do is you drink apple juice for a full week straight.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Well, part of an initiative by the Canadian Medical Association, these physicians, nurses, and influencers aim to tackle online misinformation through memes, movie clips, and humor. Well, starting next month, booking an appointment with a family doctor in Quebec will be a little different. Patients will have to answer some questions using an artificial intelligence tool as Santé Quebec rolls out a new program to help triage patients. But as CTV's Matt Gilmore tells us, some doctors are already noticing glitches in the system.
Tu veux un rendez-vous pour notre EKG pour quelle raison?
At the Kildare Family Medicine Group in Côte Saint-Luc, it's the first day of working with the new AI-powered triage system, Navig.
Infected toe.
When patients call to book an appointment, receptionists are now required to consult the software.
Do you have fever? We're going to say no.
It generates a series of follow-up questions to ask the patient and then recommends a course of action.
So a doctor within 24 hours.
The company behind the software says the idea is to help filter out patients who can be helped elsewhere in the network, freeing up space for doctors to see other patients.
Between 13 and 18% of doctor appointment requests are redirected to another health professional.
But for Dr. Michael Kalin, director of Kildare, the promise of more efficiency has so far fallen short.
What we have here is an AI that, in my opinion, is neither artificial nor intelligent.
He says calls now take longer, and he often doesn't agree with the software's recommendations.
A patient called with a headache. Through the course of questioning, the filter said, you better go to the emergency room. I read the transcript. This patient doesn't need to go to the emergency room.
Patients can still refuse the software's recommendation, and Bertrand Bolduc says doctors can customize the program to make sure it's giving recommendations that make sense for their clinics. But Bolduc says the healthcare network has grown so large, it's impossible for anyone to know all the resources available. He uses the example of a patient seeking help for anxiety following a death in the family. The software fishes for information to help guide them to the right person.
Have you already contacted the grief support resource? Let's say I didn't. Well, there's a helpline. Call that. If it doesn't work, if it's not enough, call us back.
Dr. Kalin says he believes the software can be helpful in some circumstances, but does not agree with making it mandatory so soon. Matt Gilmore, CTV News.
Eid is a celebration of charity, celebration of a month of fasting and prayers.
Up next, more on Canada's Muslim community breaking their fast after a day of prayer to celebrate Eid.
Pure Country 94. Ottawa's home for the best country music. Listen for your chance to win $50,000 with Pure Country's big $50K payday.
Well, today is Eid al-Fitr, celebrated by Muslims around the world. The festival marks the end of Ramadan, and today Muslims in every corner of Canada are celebrating. CTV's Jeff Pickle has more from Kitchener.
It's a day of prayer, community, and a feast.
So Eid is a celebration of charity, celebration of a month of fasting and prayers.
Eid al-Fitr, marking the end of Ramadan, is one of the 2 Eid festivals held each year.
Basically, it's like a thanksgiving to God.
It's a time for the Muslim community to celebrate. During the event, men and women pray and celebrate separately.
Yeah, so Eid is the occasion of happiness. So the word Eid means the thing which comes again and again. And obviously we want happiness to come again and again.
It's important because it strengthens our brotherhood. So all of us uplift each other, and just being here and collaborating with each other, it's a wonderful experience.
It's a day of prayer, but also to catch up with old friends.
We have chickpeas right here.
Yeah.
We also have halwa, which is like a dessert.
And a day to share a great meal.
Honestly, in Eid, what I enjoy the most, the food, the culture, meeting with my friends.
For Mubarak, it's an important day of faith and using the teachings in everyday life.
One thing of Eid is that you have to greet the people that you never met or you don't know at all. For example, if I don't know a person and it's Eid today, you still have to greet him and give him a nice greeting and talk good things about it. That's how you build relationships.
A celebration of charity, teaching to be kind to others.
Ramadan taught us that, when we were hungry, when we were fasting, we know the pain of those people who are suffering. So Eid tells us to serve the humanity at large.
Jeff Pickle, CTV News, Kitchener.
All right, when we come back, skating in spring. Refrigerated rinks are still going strong at the start of this new season.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Sanaya Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, Ottawa's newest and largest Ford dealership, and Ontario's #1 Ford EV dealer.
Another live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam, still sitting at -2 degrees here in Ottawa. As we wrap things up, Jackie Parrish standing by now with your final check on weather. Jackie.
Well, kicking things off tomorrow morning, -8 degrees. Yes, we are getting some cloudy skies, but it will be drier conditions. We can enjoy a little bit of that sunshine in the afternoon. So take advantage of tomorrow. Daytime high is 4 degrees. It is going to be later in the evening, though, into the overnight that we are anticipating 5 to 7 centimeters of snow. We're only getting to a daytime high of 2 degrees, but things will clear out Sunday evening. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we could see some flurries lingering. But again, this could change, and it is still the early forecast. Kimberley.
Well, thank you, Jackie. And finally for us tonight, the calendar officially says spring, but with it looking and feeling more like winter out there, you can still take advantage of an outdoor skate. The Rideau Hall rink is open for skating on Saturday and Sunday afternoon and in the evening as well. Several other outdoor refrigerated rinks are also open, including the Rink of Dreams at Ottawa City Hall and the rink at Lansdowne Park. Good to know. I only got to the canal once this winter, so it's nice to know you still have a place to skate. All right, well, that's CTV News for this Friday, March the 20th. CTV News continues online anytime with our digital team, keeping you up to date at ctvnewsottawa.ca. You can also watch our newscast live on the CTV News app anytime. And for news on the go, listen to News Talk Radio 580 CFRA. For all of us here at CTV News, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night. I'll see you again tomorrow night.